Oprah Winfrey's show on No Contact was a significant step in bringing this issue of going no contact with your family mainstream. Okay, that is very important. But I'm noticing here on social media that people are getting too caught up in complaining about how Oprah Winfrey used the word trend. And I understand that because I know that trend is a very problematic word, maybe giving the sense that it's belittling it or making it out to be some sort of fad. And what's going on with no contact is most certainly not a fad, but I have the definition of trend right here. I know I don't wish to be that guy, but I think it's important because one definition says a fashion. Okay, that's the belittlement part that we associate with. But the first definition is quite an alignment, a general direction in which something is developing or changing. And that most certainly is what's going on with this issue of no contact. The development of change is at one time family structure, family hierarchy, family authority, matriarchs, patriarchs, fathers who were in charge, mothers who were in charge. All of this was unquestioned, an unquestioned authority. No matter how abusive they were, no matter how dysfunctional they were, their role as parents, matriarchs, patriarchs were secure, no matter how dysfunctional things got. And now the change is happening where no parent can rely on that old paradigm. They now must base their parenting on being a true parent and what that means. Emotional intelligence, true communication, being able to look at oneself, self-awareness, taking accountability for one's mistakes, taking accountability for the abuse that they inflicted. I have my own personal understanding as to why people are really focusing on complaining about that word because it's triggering. All right, okay, we are so used to being in a situation, especially if we come from dysfunctional families and, struggling to get out of these dysfunctional systems. We are so used to having our thoughts, our beliefs, the validation of emotions dismissed and belittled. So even when you use that problematic word of trend, that in itself makes us feel that the belittlement is continuing. But I would also invite people to remember that at the beginning of all new revolutionary thought, at the beginning of change in which society was experiencing a huge shift from the paradigm of old beliefs to new beliefs, there is always that old system supporting it, resisting it, trying to keep it together in its last death rattles. All right. Oh, it's just a fad. It's not going to catch on. Well, people thought that about the automobile. People thought that about the telephone. And this issue of the word no contact is no different. This change is a profound change in the direction of parenting. This wonderful change between unquestioned roles into a deeper level of accountability and emotional intelligence. And it is no way a fad. It is now a growing movement, and we've already saw it. I, as someone who was Gen X, witnessed the old paradigm of traditional psychotherapy and go from the old paradigm to mainstream, where it was no longer stigmatized. What we saw as something shameful to lock away and not look at with people who are mentally ill is now more accepted. And I have faith that this growing movement, and that's a better word, definitely, this growing movement of people going no contact is now the future. And yes, there will be resistance, but we need to definitely focus on being a part of that movement and not quibble too much with these words that are a natural part of the change happening.